All right, Calvin, it's 3rd and 19. I need you guys bro, I need you to cheat this piece of garbage. Cheat this piece of garbage. Yes, just cheat him. Yes, let's get it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GmiasWorld. So what you just saw right there is Calvin Johnson at his finest. Now, what I'm going to let you guys know about him is I showed you guys all of the breakdown of his card in the previous video when I first got him. I want to point out that the numbers that are in white, it just, look, you see that power right there? You see my version? Check out this dude's version before I get into what I was saying. That version looks a lot doper, bro. That should have been the actual card after it's powered up. I really like that graphic, but pretty much I showed you guys a breakdown of it, and when you look at the power up of all your cards before you add any of the chems to them, you can pretty much see exactly what's going on. The numbers that are in white, those are the numbers that really matter. Like anything that's chemmed up past it when you have it in the blue on the card afterwards, when you get out of the upgrade screen, is not really realistic and applied to your card. So I just want to make sure you guys understand that. It took me a while to understand that EA was playing playing all kinds of weird games with us by letting us do that, but it's pretty much confirmed. You are playing, like, say your card has a 96 and then you chem him up to a 99 speed, he really is a 96 speed. Nothing is really going on with it. You can pretty much test it out yourself. It's a joke. Like I told you guys, it makes it more fun to actually use your imagination, like SpongeBob, you know what I'm saying, bro? To try to figure out exactly what's going on. But we all know that dudes are not running around at those speeds that is showing with the blue icon. So that's neither here nor there. Ultimately, what we're going to need to do, though, is we're going to go ahead and talk about this gameplay right here. So you can see that my opponent, I was actually, oh, nice. Yeah, roll around the ball. Don't pick it up. Don't pick it up. Good job, man. Yeah, do cartwheels, do flips, do everything else except for pick the ball up. Yo, Deion Sanders, bro, you are really on your way off the squad. I'm going to point out a couple things, though, as we go through this game. Even though Calvin Johnson is a monster, you're going to be able to utilize him a lot in the red zone. Still in the open field, there are a lot of glitches in Madden 19 where you can't run by corners. You're going to see a lot of that in this game. So don't really think that just because he is what he is, he's Megatron, that EA Sports made him the way he's supposed to actually be in the game. They did not. Because you're going to see corners can still just run right with him all the way up the field. As we go ahead right now, I'm just playing around trying to see exactly what I want to run at this time because I had to hurry up and get out of it with my setup. I was trying to put, different cards in or whatever. So Ricky Williams is going to go ahead and start it off for us. And then we're going to start getting it cranked up and ready to go. Now, my full intention was to come out and moss this guy into another galaxy. But I'm showing you guys everything that I did because I want you guys to have some insight into it. I want you guys to be able to, more or less understand what I was trying to do with the team. Now, the one thing that I will tell you, in certain routes, Calvin just gets butt naked. Now, not butt naked with his clothes off, but wide open. The deep crosses and stuff like that, right off the snap. It's certain things that he does a lot better than like Randy Moss and even Jerry Rice that you're probably going to realize if you have them. But again, the biggest thing about having these cards, again, you're not going to be able to run past anybody. It doesn't matter. Like this dude, what defense was he in? What was he running, this guy? Okay, he's just running weird things with a deep blue. And obviously that's Deion Sanders, so he's the glitchiest corner in the game. He's going to be able to do whatever he wants at any time, and that's just something that we have to deal with as men. But again, when you look at the fact that right now, okay, I think that I came out and I left this on the streak, right? I'm showing you the play art so you can see. You see, look at the left side. You see how he's wiggling around? He's wiggling around. That's a defect that's been in the game for like the last 3 years, and the EA developers cannot figure out what's going on, so it's probably going to be in Madden 20. It's very frustrating. It's very stupid, but it's something that's part of the game, and everybody ignores it. So we're going to ignore it as well. We're going to just get out of that formation and go to something else. I'm going to show you the play art right here again, because ultimately what you have to do is you have to put your receivers in like the best case to get a Moss animation. Right there, we had to go whatever for the rat catch, but you want to put your receivers one-on-one because I think they designed the game like this so that you have to moss your opponent. I really think that that's something that makes them happy. It makes them feel good about themselves, that the game is wild, and you can just put, just like whatever it is, even if it's 5 guys on the player, if you high point it, you can see, look, you see him still wiggling around? He's never going to be able to do anything. And then look, the guy jumps into me, hits me afterward. These are all predetermined animations that EA Sports has provided us so that we could come out and just be absolute idiots and not know what's going on and still continue to play their video game. But let's not worry about all that. Let's look at the fact and be joyous and rejoice about the fact that we have the Calvin Johnson. We could play around with it. You see what I'm doing? Have the deep crosses out, looking at the post, trying to see different things that he can do as I get sacked instantly, and more or less try to understand how we're going to utilize him. Because one of the biggest things about this game is you have to have specific formations that lets the player just run straight. Like in most cases, you have to motion a player from the right side to the left side or from the left side to the right and have them on a streak to just be able to run straight up. They will not run right past anyone, regardless of what's going on. So right here, this is why I flipped the play. I'm showing you guys what I pretty much started the video off with. We had to flip the play around because this guy's an idiot. It's 3rd and 19, and Calvin Johnson, I'm just showing you what he does, right? Now, his player just doesn't jump at all, which kind of helps me out. And I know most of you guys, you can like the video right now if that happens to you often. One of the reasons that happens is because after every game or after every couple games, EA automatically resets your settings. So in some games, your ball hawk is actually off, and that's why your player doesn't jump. Now, there is no fix for it right now. Right now, I was just throwing it up in the air. I didn't know who was it. I thought that was Calvin. I'm going to fight for it, too. Madden 16. Remember that? How many of you guys remember that Madden 16 animation right there? How many of you guys just had a vicious flashback of how much Madden 16 took from your life? Bro, it's rather exciting to just think about the action that goes on when I start to reminisce about what Madden 16 did to me, my heart, and everything else about my body. It did a lot of things to me that really destroyed my psyche. It was a very, very terrible game after the patch. Prior to the patch, good game. After the patch, disgusting. So you got to see that animation. We're fighting for it. I would have loved for that to be Calvin, but he got a dose of both of them. He got a dose of Randy Moss, and he got a dose of Calvin in the same drive. So you guys are getting gameplay that you actually signed up for. Now, on the other side of the ball, we do have Sean Taylor. Okay? Let's not forget about that. Sean Taylor, he's really a 96 speed, but he's chemmed up to a 99. So let's just call him a 96 speed. Again, I was practicing with 4-3 odd. This defense is not for me. It's an absolute joke. You can get pressure with it, but for the most part, it's better. You might as well just run 3-4. To be honest with you, you can just run 3-4. It's nothing really spectacular, and to be honest, I get a lot more success out of actually running 3-4. So this defense, as far as pressure goes, is just not one that I'm not going to pretty much stay with it. I don't like the way that it plays. You can run crossfire out of it and get instant heat every snap. But again, I just don't like the way that the players align. I don't like the setups with it. So after this game, I actually went back to my, I think I went back to Carolina Panthers defense. A lot of you guys always ask me what defense I run. Currently, I'm running the Carolina Panthers defense and the Patriots offense. So, I got on my 4-3 that I need, and I also have the 5-2 with the Carolina defense. So when you look at this right now, this is just a basic Tampa 2, and I'm, utilizing a little bit of just my knowledge of the game, what I should be covering, what I should be, not paying attention to, and I'm just getting pressure because my players are good enough to get pressure out of it. Now, listen, if you just want to run SAG D, you can run SAG D out of any defense. You can just send 2 people, 3 people, whatever, have a spy, have your coach out there playing defense, and still get pressure. But what I want to point out to you guys is, in this game, I actually have Sean Taylor at cornerback because I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to put out of my way on him, and I'm going to start putting him at corner. For guys that like to run the ball a lot, he's going to be a very, very suitable thing. Now, you can see right there, he picks the ball off and everything like that. And you going to take it for 6? 6? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Bruh. Okay. Yeah, bro. Sean Taylor. Okay. And he just fell on the ground. I'm going to be honest with you. Let me just point that out. I meant to dive into the end. Salute the troops. Let me cut myself off. Salute the troops. Salute all the troops in my U.S. forces. Thank you so much for everything you do for us and our freedoms in the United States of America. But I'm going to tell you this right now. I fell down. That was not intentional, okay? I thought I was going to actually jump. I would have been livid if I was at the 1-yard line. I would have been livid. I'm just letting you know that. Sometimes it gets weird because when you hold both triggers, the guy will fall. You only have to hold the one to make him dive, and I held both right there. Whatever. It is what it is. But you're getting a gist of both 99 Calvin and 99 Sean Taylor. And he's probably going to, he's more than likely, there is no other free safety that I'm going to put in, other than him going forward. I don't care about golden tickets or whatever. Unless I get a golden ticket Calvin Johnson free safety. If somebody makes that and I'm able to pull it or I can afford it, I probably will go with the Calvin just because of the height. But if his block shed is not there, I will still keep Sean Taylor because that out of my way at that position is very, very huge. And I cannot stress it to you enough. If you blitz him, like say you run nickel blitz, right? And you have him with the out of my way chem blitzing, bro, he has a 99 speed. You know what I'm saying? Well, 96, but 99 chemmed up. If you blitz him and he comes in, he's blowing up anybody in the backfield. So it's pretty much a cheat code if you want to run nickel blitz with him. If you guys want more information on that, you could, write it in the comments. I could actually do a video showing you how you could really work that and get it going with the nickel blitz for you guys. But out of my way, because most of the people that you blitz, the nickelbacks or whatever you put there, Deion Sanders, they don't have those chems. Sometimes they get blocked. But with out of my way, they're going to more or less get off the block and get to the quarterback. That's going to be very, very dangerous. I could already see a lot of people, running that against me or whatever like that. So you're going to have to be careful when you see Sean Taylor lined up in his nickel blitz, you're going to have to be very, very careful on what you're doing. As far as that goes, I just want to point that out for you. But right there, you can see, like I said, you can get pressure out of odd, but I don't like the way that it's set up, like how I have to do it. So I don't really like that defense. So I think I actually sold multiple D right after this, because that's where the 4-3 odd can be found in multiple D defense. I'm just totally done with it. I don't like it's just not a good fit for me. If it works for you guys, feel free to do it. A lot of you guys really enjoy running it. I just don't like it because most of the players, they get stopped, as opposed to when I'm running 4-3 over, my guys scream. You see what I'm saying? Like the same guys that are running right in, Lawrence Taylor, all these guys, they can get stopped in this defense. But when you run it the right way, like if you start running it 4-3 over with the same setup, they scream out of 4-3 over. So that's why I prefer that. But again, if you guys need more insight into it, we could definitely go over it. It's not a big deal. I can let you guys know what's going on. But with Sean Taylor having out of my way chem, it's absolutely ridiculous that he does. Because he's pretty much a keeper. Because they're going to probably give you guys another couple that have that. But for now, that's actually very, very ideal to have that. So definitely look into doing that. Even if you don't have the Calvin Johnson, look into getting that free safety, Sean Taylor, put out of my way on him, and practice blitzing him out of nickel blitz. And just see the kind of pressure you get. Because I already know what out of my way does to fat linemen. So can you imagine having it on a secondary player coming in and a running back, a running back trying to block him? That's going to be crazy. Listen, it is what it is. Okay, so this guy, he just wanted to go for it and go ahead and rage quit. Go ahead and give him the cell. How many of you guys know my cell, bro? Bro, write it in the comments if you know my cell. I'm never going to tell you what the cell is. You guys know if you've been in the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/GmiasWorld. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love.